this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no one.
a second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. 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 I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching Septum Sen, and here's another DVD movie review. This time we're covering Evil Dead Trap 2, the film that we were doing on the last day of the Second Chance month for Inside Movies Galore. This film is loosely connected to Evil Dead Trap 1, which we did a previous movie review for not too long ago. Now, Evil Dead Trap 2 is a little bit harder to track down, and most people don't know of its existence. If I hadn't been told about it, I wouldn't have known about it or the original. It's a Japanese film. It's about this woman. She's kind of overweight. She works as a projectionist. She has a lot of issues when it comes to body and so on, but she also moonlights as a serial killer. But there seems to be some sort of otherworldly element influencing these kills. Is it her own mind, or is there something otherworldly involved? We'll have to check it out if you watch Evil Dead Trap 2. So let's start with the beginning. I actually think the acting has gone up a notch in this. There are some interesting and even somewhat powerful performances, especially by the lead actress. She does an excellent job in this. There's not a lot to this other than the trailer, unfortunately. So again, we are left, and yes, Unearthed Films, we are left with not much other than a good, clean transfer. The plot itself, I'll come back to. But the music, again, I really like the music in both these films. I think they're creepy, I think they're effective, and they translate well to what they're doing. And the gore effects, my goodness. The gore effects, they are effective, and for the most part minimalistic, except for the end. There are a couple of times where you might, if you're a little bit of a gore person, have to look away. But at the end, you're going to look away from most of the fight because it's very gory, it's very disturbing. You're going to have to work it yourself. So, very good job on these effects. If you like gory stuff, you probably will have some fun with this film. Now, the negative, the connection between these two. There is a connection, and that is, oddly enough, the thing I dislike the most about this is the thing connecting these two films together, which does not make it good. That's why the plot has been reserved here. I think it started out as a really good idea for a plot, but then they had to add that supernatural influence, and that just, to me, it ruined the film. Not as much as the second one, oddly enough. Having it as an ever-present hanging force does it a little bit better favor-wise, and I think that improves it overall. Whereas I feel this was very awesome in the beginning and screwed over at the end. I feel like this was pretty even all the way through, and that's the main difference between them. If I were to give a rating here, again, I can't give it a rating for the set because there's not a lot of good special features, so it's really just the movie. I would have to give it a 6 out of 10. Again, fairly good film. I don't dislike it. I wish I could love it more, but certain elements just need to go. I think there are good films in these. There are really good films in these. They just needed to do it, just a little tweak and these would be probably 7s. This one maybe even an 8 when it comes to slashers. Well, this has been Septum Sen, and this has been another DVD film review. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye. This is Septum Sen, and this is another YouTube shoutout. Of course, this time we're talking about Last Gamer. What can I say? I was amazed, as many of you who are familiar with this one, at his collection. He had the Guinness World Record for game collections at one time, and still has a massive collection. I think he sold almost all of it and then has regained it again. It's just amazing. You get to see stuff from his game room. He does a lot of good gaming videos, gaming news. He does a lot of cool things. Recently, a lightning storm destroyed a lot of his collection, most of his house, and he's having to rebuild a lot of it from scratch again. So one good thing that we can do as fellow gamers or fellow viewers is to help him by subscribing to the channel and enjoying that fine content. If you like gaming and you like to see people's gaming rigs and collections, you too should check out The Last Gamer. This has been Septum Sen, and I will see you on the next one.